What's going on, everybody? Kurt Capra here with your daily recap for this final day of May. Hope everybody had a great month, and whether you did or didn't, at this point, it's now behind us. So you have a brand new opportunity with April coming up. Or April, where am I? June. So, like I was saying, you got a brand new opportunity with June coming up, and that's where we need to be focusing. Definitely learn from mistakes, things that could have been done different and better, but take that and move forward with it. Don't dwell on it. With that all being said, taking a look here at the S&P, it did come in here after moving up towards the upper part of the range that it had been in yesterday. So it wasn't a complete surprise that it got knocked down. The Qs tried to move higher here today as well. They ended up tailing off a little bit, but really the action overall wasn't entirely surprising. And I say that because we've just got markets at different points within their respective trends. You look at the S&P and it was weak earlier this week, but had a nice recovery. You look at the Qs, they basically were on the verge of breaking out, which they did try and do here today, but they ended up pulling back in. And then, you had the Russell, which had been moving higher nicely, and you could say was due for some profit taking after taking out the prior high yesterday. So they were all at different points within their charts. And that's part of what we're fighting against here right now, and part of what's creating this overall turmoil that exists, and why we're not seeing good quality follow through. Not just the fact that we're in that sideways range, but also because of, like I said, we're at different points within the charts. So anyway, we can take a look at some individual names. We'll start with the banks because that's kind of been where the S&P's living and dying, so to speak. And you can see JP Morgan basically negated yesterday's strength, came back in, still inside of the big wide range down day from Tuesday. So we'll see which way we ultimately break from that level. I think that the high and low from Tuesday is really what you need to be paying attention to as far as your more major or key levels, but definitely we want to be watching to see, do we break above a prior daily bars high and or low, and if so, what kind of result do we get? Bank of America, you can see, was a bit weaker. It actually closed below the low of yesterday, so that's not good if you're a bull, but at the same time, it hasn't broken this long-term support area, hasn't broken Tuesday's low, so still hanging in there. We're just going to have to wait and see. On the flip side, we talked about Facebook this morning and said that if it can start to move above yesterday's high, it looks like it could get some momentum, and it did exactly that. It really took off to the upside, and hopefully, you were able to get a part of it. Another real strong name was the AAOI. This has been strong over the last 2 days, and really has offered some pretty nice opportunity. So, if you've been able to pick off some strength in that, good for you. If not, there's going to be more AAOIs down the road. So just be ready and prepared for when they do come. Twitter really didn't do much of anything. Apple still within the range. A lot of these names were quiet. Netflix didn't do much of anything here either. You got Nvidia, tried to move up, but came back in. Tesla came back in as well after being rejected from that 50-day. So a lot of the same kind of action where starts and stops. And that, again, going back to what I was saying before, is because of the divergences that we've got going on in the different markets. They're all at different places within their respective trends, and that creates this washing machine, this back and forth type of movement. But, if you're patient and disciplined and you're picking your spots, there's definitely money to be made. And that's what we need to be focused on, is where the opportunity exists. And, be ready and prepared for when those opportunities present themselves, and not chase out of frustration or fear of missing something. So, we'll see what comes over the next couple days. No real earnings tomorrow. It's Friday, so really don't have anything going on as far as that goes. Could be a quiet day. we'll see what happens. But hopefully you did well here today. Hopefully you did well this month. If not, like I said, new month upon us tomorrow, so we'll see what's going on. I'll be back with you guys in the morning. Until then, have a great night.